Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good tonight. We have a bunch of different things to talk about. Some that are newer, some that are a few days old, but a lot of news. I had a little bit of a hard time narrowing down what I wanted to talk about tonight, primarily because over the past day and a half, there's been a lot of news. So, what we are going to be talking about tonight are, listen, just a lot of not positive things. I try, not a lot of positivity tonight. So, we're going to be talking about The Lord of the Rings of Power, of course, as promotional material is ramping up and they're starting to release a lot of images. And we should, in the next few days, according to rumors, be getting the full official trailer for the Rings of Power. We're seeing a lot of images be given to magazines like Empire magazine. A couple of, it was like 2 weeks ago, they got some images to release, and they got some new images to release, but Lenny Henry has decided to come out during an interview and say that the Rings of Power sees people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series. And I've said this many, many times before. Obviously, I have absolutely zero problems with seeing representation on screen. I think things like diversity and inclusivity are good when companies actually think about the ways that they're implementing them into series, and they're not done just because they have a checklist and want to check boxes off. And oh, God. We know that with companies nowadays, months and months and months before series and movies come out, they start this narrative that, oh, there's so much diversity and inclusivity, and if you don't like it, you're an ist, you're a phobe, you're a terrible person. We saw that happen with the Obi-Wan series, and now that fans are not loving it and it's getting poor ratings and poor reviews, Lucasfilm is calling everyone ists for not liking it, and we are already seeing a very similar situation happen where Lenny Henry is saying that, oh, it's so amazing to see people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series. But there are so many fantasy series where people of color are main characters or very important characters to the story. So statements like this seem absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to look at a few new images of characters that we've gotten today that a lot of people are not so happy about. We're going to be talking about the rumor that Amber Heard is finally being cut from Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. Now, of course, after she lost the defamation case, a lot of people have speculated that she might be fully removed from the film. We've seen people like Jason Momoa unfollow her on social media and support Johnny Depp. We've seen the director for Aquaman 1 and 2 unfollow her from social media and also make statements about liars on social media. And this is not confirmed. And a lot of people are speculating on this and saying, if they actually do this and they completely remove her from the film, I'm going to support it. And while it is very tempting, there are still a lot of things for me that would make me not want to support it, primarily because she's getting paid for it. And we've seen over the years, I have a post that kind of outlines this, but we've seen directors and producers on Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom come out and say, we don't care about fans' opinions. I mean, they literally said in interviews, oh, we didn't look at social media and we just did what we want, proving they don't actually care about what fans want. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Netflix's live-action One Piece adaptation. Of course, we have seen a lot of anime be transformed into live-action series, the most notable and a giant failure being Cowboy Bebop. I love original Cowboy Bebop. Unfortunately, they just butchered it, and it got such bad ratings that they didn't even plan to do a season 2. They officially canceled it after one season, and now Netflix is trying with One Piece, and they have revealed casting for 6 more East Blue characters, including characters that they have decided to race swap. And of course, like I've talked about before, unfortunately, this isn't a project I expect to do good, primarily because the producers that worked on Cowboy Bebop's live action are the producers on this show. So literally they're taking a bunch of the same people from a failed series and they just transferred them to this series. So I have absolutely no hope in this show right now. Maybe it'll come out, it'll be amazing. It's still probably a long time away. It's far away still. But yeah, they basically just canceled a terrible show and put all of those same people on another show. We're going to be talking about Darth Vader's suit actor in Obi-Wan Kenobi claiming Disney never paid them for their rehearsals or reshoots. Now, we've heard so much bad shit about Disney over the years that this doesn't really surprise me. Hearing about how they are screwing over their actors, they're not paying them, doesn't sound very surprising, but I definitely want to talk about it because I think obviously it's extremely important that people get freaking paid, especially stunt people, because stunt people, I mean, they are risking their health and safety to do stunts for TV series. You'd think that they would get paid, and especially good money. Unfortunately, we've heard that stunt people don't actually get paid as much as they, I think, deserve to get paid. And then we are also going to be talking about Diablo Immortal. I've talked about Diablo Immortal a couple of times on the channel. I've live streamed it twice. I've tried to experience the free-to-play side of the game. And of course, hearing that it costs over $110,000 to fully gear up in Diablo Immortal if you get lucky, so for me it'd be like $500,000, was absolutely fucking ridiculous. And of course, a lot of people agree with that. It is getting absolutely trashed on social media and also on things like Metacritic. They took this game and said, how freaking greedy can we be? And unfortunately, a lot of people like the core gameplay, and that's the worst part, is when a game at its core isn't a bad experience, it's a fun or a decent experience, and then they decide to ruin the experience that people are enjoying with things like absolutely disgusting monetization system. And that's the case with Diablo Immortal. I've live streamed it, I've played a bunch of hours of it. I didn't think the core gameplay was bad. Maybe a little, I don't know, a little bland, but, you know, it was before max level, so maybe once you get to max level and you have all the skills unlocked and you can do special builds, maybe that experience is ramped up. That's kind of what I've heard. But unfortunately, they absolutely killed this game with its monetization system. So those are the things that we are going to be discussing tonight. Welcome, everyone. I hope that your evening is going well. Welcome on in. How are we all doing? I hope everything is going good with you guys. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I've already seen some negativity in chat. In the pre-stream, I saw some people arguing over One Piece. I know the couple of times that I've covered the One Piece live action on the channel, there's been a lot of divide. So let me start out with saying these are all my opinions, okay? If you have other opinions, good for you. Unfortunately, this probably isn't the live stream for you or just that topic of discussion for you. I have my opinions no matter how much people yell at me. I don't really care. They're my opinions. They're not going to change because other people have other opinions. You're allowed to have your opinions. I'm allowed to have mine. Let's keep it civil. Also, with the Lord of the Rings topic, I feel like there's been a lot of people that have been like, you don't know anything about the Lord of the Rings. You're just toxic. Sure. Whatever you say. If that's what you want to go with, you go for it. You can't convince someone who doesn't want to listen. It's just as simple as that. How long does it take to get to max level? So I did 2 4-hour streams of Diablo Immortal, and we got to level 35, I want to say. I have played it a little bit off stream for maybe like 2 hours. And I'm like level 37 right now, and it's max level 60. After level 30, the experience drastically decreases, so I haven't gotten to max level yet. I'd assume probably with the experience decline, probably like 30 hours to get to max level. That'd be my estimate. Again, I've played a little bit off stream because I do want to get to max level as a free to play to see how the experience is, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I have the brain cells to do that. I'm just being legitimate. I play so many games and I give my opinions on so many of them. But knowing how fucking trashy the monetization system is, it's killed any enjoyment that I've had for the game. And like I've said, I don't think that the core gameplay itself is terrible. Maybe a bit dumbed down of a Diablo experience, but like it's not terrible. But knowing that Blizzard wants me to spend over $110,000 to fully upgrade my character, and that's one single character, I view it as a game where they expect me to spend $110,000, not as like a free-to-play game with like cosmetics and a couple maybe loot boxes with items that don't affect gameplay, right? Like I'm not viewing it as that type of game. I'm viewing it as a game where they expect me to spend fucking over $110,000 on it. So, okay, there's a base max level of 60, but you can max level more than that, but base max level is 60, and then you can get like other levels on top of it. And then there's like competitive systems where it's like the rifts. Anyway, base max level is 60, and that's what I'm trying to get to. Every day is a living hell. Actually, true though. You just hate anime, Vera. That's clearly it. Guys, clearly I hate Lord of the Rings. I hate anime. I hate manga. I hate TV shows, but I still get donations. Thank you, Steven!
Put a kid through college or pay to win Diablo Immortal.
Ooh, Diablo! Oh my god, Diablo Immortal is such a fun game, and honestly, if you're not spending your child's college tuition on it, what are you even doing with your life? But thank you, Steven, for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Don't spend any money on Diablo Immortal. It's just as simple as that, guys. It's just as simple as that. Do not spend money on Diablo Immortal. I haven't spent any money on it yet. I was tempted to buy the 99-cent pack with the special weapon because it's got like a phoenix and it's red and it's like glowing and it's got fire. That looked cool. I don't think that buying something for 99 cents is terrible, but I still haven't bought it. Ben, Diablo Immortal creator, probably the cousin of the Star Citizen creator. The worst part is that it would make so much sense, right? It's not just like, haha, it's so funny. It's like, these people have fucking greed in their bones. Greed is going through their fucking veins. And it feels so true. I want to laugh, but I also want to cry knowing that these are the people that are creating games that do affect the industry, right? Like Star Citizen. We've talked about Star Citizen for years and years, and we will for years and years until it officially releases. It's all done, which is gonna fucking be never. One day they're just gonna shut down the servers, and that's gonna be at GG plus $500 million. We're talking about Blizzard. Anytime people at Blizzard fucking breathe wrong, people are talking about it. Anything with Blizzard, and that's what sucks, is that we're not just talking about like one random company creating one trash pay-to-win bullshit mobile game. We're talking about a game that millions of people are looking at, people are playing, people believe it's not pay-to-win because developers go into interviews and say it's not pay-to-win, and then it's the most fucking pay-to-win game we've ever goddamn seen. Yeah, 110K if you're lucky. That's why I said if it was me swiping my credit card, it'd be fucking $500,000 easy, okay? I am the most unlucky son of a bitch on this freaking planet, okay? If it was me swiping my credit card, I would be broke 20 times over. I would be more fucked than Amber Heard right now, okay? That's why I don't swipe my credit card in games. Speaking of swiping credit cards in games, I wanted to, but we'll get into the first topic in a second. Have any of you guys played Lost Ark? So I didn't initially play Lost Ark because of the very iffy statements from developers. We had heard that outfits were removed for the Western versions, and then they said no outfits are removed for this version. And some of them were in the game, and I never got confirmation that the rest were in the game. Anyway, I didn't play it at first because of the developers' iffy statements, and also the pay-to-win I was hearing with the game. But now that it's been out for a few months, a lot of people are still playing it, absolutely loving it. I've heard the pay-to-win isn't as pay-to-win as initially kind of the reports were. Is it worth playing? Because I've been looking at Lost Ark, and I've been tempted, and again, it's a free-to-play game. We know how that shit goes, right? Like, I have it downloaded, I haven't made a character or anything, but I've been tempted to maybe fool around with it and kind of play, maybe also to, like, a max level. Do you guys think it's worth it, if anyone plays it? I asked in the MMO channel in Discord, but I've been tempted to, like, at least give it a try, because I love MMOs. MMOs are great. But, yeah. Anyway, that's my small rant. BC, the new Dark Shadow. Those messages are going to get hidden. We do not allow threats of violence in this chat. That is absolutely unacceptable. I could get banned for that. You could get banned for that. Not okay in the chat. I'm just going to give you one warning. Saying you don't like someone or a group of people is fine. Saying things like that previous comment that got removed that I'm not going to reiterate is not acceptable here. Make it easy for the mods. Make it easy for me. Make it easy for you. Don't put messages that threaten people and are violent in the chat. Anyway, let's move on. The gameplay is way better than Immortal. The thing is that, like, Immortal's gameplay, it's not the worst gameplay I've ever seen, but it's also not great. It's mediocre. Lost Ark looks fun, but also I don't want to be sucked into a game and then put time into it just to find out that end game. Unless I literally swipe my credit card like in Diablo Immortal, there's absolutely no point to play it. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just end up trying it out. I mean, that's what I do with most games anyway, so that I can talk about them on the channel, but I like to ask you guys and see if anyone's played it. Star Citizen just around the corner, 2032 release. Oh, brother. Yeah, actually fucking true, though. Alright, guys, so let's get into the first topic at hand, which is going to be the Lord of the Rings. Now, you guys know I've talked about the Rings of Power a lot here on the channel. I want this series to be good. I've said this since day one. Do I think it's going to be good? No. Would I like it to be good? Yes. I do not want to see Tolkien's work taken, twisted, and ruined. I don't want to see a disaster come out of this series. Unfortunately, one thing that we have seen companies do is prepare for backlash. They know a series is going to face backlash. They know that people are going to dislike choices they make, so they set up defense mechanisms. That is something that we saw with Obi-Wan. I'll use Obi-Wan as an example because it is the newest. It's the newest example that we've got. Weeks before the Obi-Wan series came out, they said that there are ists in the Star Wars community and they tried to prepare the actress for racist backlash. She even said this in an interview, and that was their defense, that if the show fails, it's because of ists. That is why the show would fail, and now we're seeing the show release, and people are not loving it. There's a lot of backlash over Obi-Wan, not because of the race of characters, but because of the story, because of the writing for the characters. It's just not a good series overall that a lot of people expected. And now we are seeing this defense mechanism start again with Amazon in The Lord of the Rings, because Lenny Henry says the Rings of Power sees people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series. And I have always said this, I will always say this, I am okay with seeing representation on screen. I have absolutely zero fucking problems with seeing people of color on screen, whoever on screen. I don't have an issue with that. But, of course, these people love to ignore the facts and ignore previous series that have come out, because they're trying to say this series sees people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series like it's never been done before, which is absurd. It says actor Lenny Henry, who plays the Harfoot Sadak Burrows in the upcoming Lord of the Rings of Power series, recently claimed that the series finally sees people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series. I personally am so sick and tired of hearing actors say this. Oh, it's revolutionary. We're finally seeing these people be represented, and we're finally seeing those types of people represented. It's great that people are being represented in entertainment, but it can't be the first time 500 times. It's like in Star Wars. Moses Ingram went on about how it's so amazing to finally see black characters be important. You're ignoring like 20 other Star Wars characters throughout all the books, the shows, the movies that have been people of color. You can't just ignore those people's existence because you want to be new and you want to say you're doing it first when you're clearly not. It says he spoke with Empire magazine to promote the series while giving some backstory about his character, the tribe of nomadic Harfoots his character belongs to. It goes on about how we're a nomadic tribe moving with the weather and the fertility of the crops. We have big caravans on wooden wheels, and we're very good at hiding things. I mean, this sounds fine. I don't have any criticisms about this. Obviously, I don't have a lot here to judge until we actually see the product, because when we think of Harfoots, we're just thinking about hobbits. We're thinking about very similar looks to characters, very similar personalities. I mean, it's as simple as that. But it says, because humans are much bigger than us and bring trouble, and this might be a nitpick, it says, but usually you have to stay in one location in order to grow crops. It seems odd they would be moving around at the whims of the fertility of the crops. Rather, nomadic tribes usually follow migrating animals. Yeah, it does seem a little bit weird. Unfortunately, I don't think that this interview does any justice for the Rings of Power, because I'm going to be honest, it sounds like Lenny Henry doesn't really know anything about his character or the Lord of the Rings. This is one great statement, because he's saying, oh, we're moving around with the weather and the fertility of the crops, even though in order to grow crops, you have to stay in one place, because you can't just come back to it a day later. I mean, it needs time to grow. But he also goes on to say, I don't know why, we're the traditional Tolkien little guy. What? What? Traditionally, the little people in this world provide comedy, but also get to be incredibly brave. You're going to see us run the full gamut of emotions and actions in this adventure. Sure. Why is he calling them little people? Little guys? Why not just call them Harfoots? Why not just call them the ancestor of the hobbits? Why do you have to call them just the little people in this world? It's kind of weird. I mean, are dwarves not little people anymore? Is it only Harfoots? I mean, dwarves are not tall like elves, so are they just not the special little people anymore? It's just my wording here that I find to be very suspicious. Like, hobbits aren't the only little people in Tolkien's works, but okay. If you don't want to call them by their actual technical terms of Harfoots, you go for it. I mean, I'm just kind of scratching my head here. It says from there, he makes what has become the standard marketing plug for Disney, especially when it comes to Marvel and Star Wars. As an example, Moses Ingram had promoted Obi-Wan to The Independent by telling them Obi-Wan is going to bring the most diversity I think we've ever seen in the galaxy before. Well, she said the most diversity I think, and she was wrong. I mean, clearly what she thought isn't the truth, because there's been plenty of diversity in Star Wars before. Scrolling down, it says anyone who has watched Star Wars knows her comments are full of crap, as there are plenty of people of color, and have been from the very beginning. James Earl Jones is the iconic voice of Darth Vader, and still is. Billy D. Williams plays the smooth-talking businessman Lando Calrissian. Samuel L. Jackson plays the righteous leader of the Jedi Order Mace Windu, and the list goes on and on. She could have said, we haven't seen many women of color, I guess, but even that seems pretty ridiculous, because then they're getting nitpicky. Oh yeah, well, there's been men of color, but it's not good enough because there hasn't been a lot of females of color. I mean, it sounds very nitpicky at that point, but it appears Amazon is taking a page out of their book, as Henry said. Finally, in this show, kids are going to see people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series. First of all, is this series supposed to be only for kids? No. It's not supposed to be. I mean, these are the same types of people that say, violence causes... video games cause real world violence. These are the same types of people. I mean, seriously. So, is it okay that kids are watching this series or not? Because, as far as I'm aware, this series is going to have violence. So, how are you marketing a show with fictional violence to kids? And second of all, why are you worried about if kids are going to see people of color taking up space in the center of a fantasy series? It should just be human beings, because that's all we are. We're just human beings. All that it should matter is that we're seeing more human beings getting parts on screen. It shouldn't be, oh, these people are more important because they're more diverse and they're providing more diversity. I mean, that sounds absurd to me. He said, we're very visible in this world, and that's very exciting. He previously indicated, if you can't see it, you can't be it. Huh? Of course, though, the article does go on to basically roast Lenny Henry. As noted above, there have been plenty of black actors that have had prominent roles in one of the most popular fantasy film series of all time in Star Wars. It also goes on to list Stranger Things with Lucas Sinclair and his sister Erica Sinclair. Game of Thrones featured Jason Momoa as Khal Drogo, one of the leaders of the Dothraki. The show also features Natalie Emmanuel as Missandei. Daenerys' top advisors, Pedro Pascal, Oberyn of Dorne. I mean, we are going on here. There's lists and lists of different types of people being represented in fantasy series, and I think that it is absolutely absurd that in 2022, people are still using this as, like, marketing bait. Like, oh, we're doing diversity and inclusivity for the first time. No, you're not. And again, I think diversity and inclusivity are fine, but to go on about how you're the first to do it and you're finally bringing visibility just makes you sound stupid, because it's been done many, many, many times. You're not the first. You will not be the last. Move on. Actually market the series in a way that is going to get people interested in it. So that's all that I really had to talk about with that. They are trying to say, oh, we're doing it first and we're doing it the best, which remains to be seen. You're not the first to put diversity and people of color in the center of a fantasy series. This isn't the first time it's happened. It's not going to be the last time that it will happen. So that's all that I really had to talk about with that topic. Next, we're moving to my favorite person in the world, Miss Amber. Miss A.H. Whenever I say her full name, my streams, my videos get instantly demonetized. So let's see if this one has already gotten demonetized. It's pretty freaky that, yeah, content gets instantly demonetized when you say AH's name. It's kind of weird. Kind of like YouTube is protecting specific individuals. The stream is still monetized, but I'm sure if I say her full name, that's it. It's over. It doesn't really matter to me. But seriously. Ay, 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 ay. Miss AH. She, I hope she's getting ready for whatever her next career move is. Because there's no way that she can pay, apparently, what she owes Johnny. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think that Amber's gonna start like a OnlyFans. I mean, what else is she gonna do? Does she have a new millionaire boyfriend who's gonna give her money? I don't know. All I know is that she owes lawyers and she owes Johnny. I don't know what she's going to do, but she better get off her ass and start working. I mean, she could just file for bankruptcy, right? She gets to keep a car, she gets to keep a house. She has to sell off all the rest of her shit, but what else is she gonna do? Whatever it is, AH, you better get on it. Alright guys, let's get this started. So, as you all know, Amber has lost against Johnny. She owes him about $8 to $9 million, and of course, Warner Brothers has not made any official statements on what they plan to do with Amber in the future. If they plan to keep her in new movies and continue working with her. The rumor right now is that they do not want to work with her again. They didn't even apparently want to work with her on Aquaman 2 because she didn't have a lot of on-screen chemistry with Jason Momoa, and we've heard that her role has been drastically reduced, that her screen time was reduced to just 10 minutes. But now the rumor is that AH has been completely cut from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I think that this picture is funny because I bet that this is the look on her face right now as we sit here speaking. Also, by the way, wig is trash. I don't know who greenlit this wig. I don't know what they're doing, but her hair is curled in 2 different directions, and honestly, it's a little triggering to me. The hair on the left side of her face is curled inwards, and the hair on the right side of her face is curled outwards. So, like, when you have a curling wand, you do it that one way. And usually you do it both, but like one side, it's very bizarre to me. I don't know what they're doing with this wig. She's got a 6 head here. It honestly triggers me, but I guess sometimes you just have to live and let live and move on. It is what it is. Either, oh boy, that is also a very beautiful image of Amber. It honestly looks like half of her head is shaved and the other half is just flipped over. This is literally what 2022 game developers base women on. Either the petition may have gotten enough signatures, or the decision in the defamation suit swayed Warner Brothers, or both, because there is a breaking rumor that Amber will be completely deleted from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. My problem with this is the fact that, first of all, Warner Brothers has defended her to the ends of the earth, and they also defend Ezra. I mean, look at the Ezra situation. They never made an official statement on Ezra. He's running around terrorizing the people of Hawaii, and I'm sorry if you are one of those people. I do humbly apologize. He is stupid, and I'm sorry you have to be terrorized like that. But Also, what the fuck is with this tattered ass fucking suit top? It's like she had a fucking meltdown in the fucking hotel room 5 minutes before she had to leave. And she, like, pulled a 2006 where she buys a Hollister sweater and then cuts the collar off. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Amber, that's the only piece of clothing you're going to be able to keep because no one actually wants to buy that from you. It's probably worth nothing. This scoop comes from the GWW's Casey Walsh, who says a meeting was held at Warner to decide her fate and that her scenes as Mara are being completely cut. Sharing his findings with Inquisitive Minds in his Twitter DMs, Walsh added that there is going to be a new test screening for a new version of the film, which should be interesting. Now, I've said, you know, if they remove Amber completely from this movie, I am going to see that as a step in, I guess, a right direction, because she has been found guilty in a court of law for defaming an individual and getting his career ruined over accusations. But there's been a lot of Twitter posts, and this one specifically spoke to me because it's so true. So even if they do still remove her, even if they decide to erase her from this film, there's still a lot of problems that I would have to get through to spend money to see it. First of all, Warner Brothers still paid her. She only got $2 million for the movie, which L plus Ratio plus Tarnished plus Maidenless plus Poor. $2 million. I mean, I'm not sitting here with $2 million in my bank account, right? But if I had a face like Amber's, I would be sitting on way more money than $2 million. Clearly, she's just dumb or lazy. But Warner Brothers still paid her, even if it was only a measly $2 million. Again, I'm not a millionaire, but yeah, I'm gonna judge $2 million when Jason Momoa got like 20. I mean, come on, Amber, you can do better than that. They still paid her, nonetheless. They told us that our opinion doesn't matter to them, and it's very, very true. They had came out, I believe it was about a year ago, 8 months to a year ago, and they had said in interviews, oh, we haven't been looking on social media to see what the backlash is like. We're just doing what we feel like. We're not even really listening to fans, which unfortunately is a giant problem for me, is when companies bash fans and then say, well, we're just doing what we want because we feel like it. We don't really care about what the people who are actually spending money on our films care about. But they also fired Depp from Fantastic Beasts. This is a massive problem, again, because they had fired him and he didn't even get paid for his role in Fantastic Beasts. And again, they've refused to work with him. They came out and made statements about him before there were even lawsuits, right? I mean, accusations were made and they fired him almost instantly. Okay, what about Amber? Now that she has been found guilty, they should come out and make a statement exactly like the one they made for him, and they should publicly apologize to him. So a lot of people are still talking about boycotting Aquaman 2, and yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I don't have any real thoughts on it right now until we get confirmation. But even if they did fire her, it would still take a little bit more than just them removing her scenes, or the majority of her scenes, because they have said in the past, you know, fans' opinions don't matter to them. They still paid her. I mean, they still haven't even made a statement about Amber. So I think that if they removed her scenes and then they made a statement like, hey, you know, we decided to remove her because the lawsuit, if they said something, if they acknowledged anything, I think that a lot of people wouldn't boycott it. And honestly, I probably would go and see it at that point, simply because they decided to remove someone who has been proven to defame someone and got their career basically ruined because of it. But according to Fandom Wire, Walsh further claimed that they will write Mara out of the script with a cover story of death in childbirth, which seemingly confirms her and Arthur's son plays a part in the narrative. I don't know what they could do if this is real. I don't think that this sounds terrible, because ultimately they are getting rid of her. But it also doesn't sound great. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of iffy about this potential story. Again, she I think that they should just completely ignore her character. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100% with you guys. I think they should just act like her character never existed and move on. I know that that sucks. They could recast her, but I think they should just completely ignore her character ever existed, to be fair. It says, knowing Silver Age Aquaman and the villain Black Manta, things don't end well for the infant. Voice actor and author Greg Ellis also picked up on Walsh's scoop, adding that there is no official word. What is this? Hey! There's an ad on my screen that I actually want to open, goddammit, so I can look at it later and you're not going to open? You bitch. Why the fuck do you put ads on my screen if I can't click it? I'm trying to look here. It says, breaking, all Amber Heard scenes will be completely deleted from Aquaman 2. No official word from the studio yet. No denial either. More soon. It's always hard for me to believe that things like this are true. Mainly because I could have, after the verdict was given, right? I literally could have come out and said, guys, I have this inside scoop. All of Amber's scenes will be completely deleted from Aquaman 2. And I'd have a 50-50 shot of being right or being wrong. This is my issue, is that we're not actually getting anything here. Okay, we're not getting a leaked email. We're not getting a leaked voice memo. We're not getting statements. We haven't gotten anything. So it's basically just this individual saying this is happening. And of course, I completely respect people that have been right on scoops in the past who seemingly have inside sources. But for me, it is kind of hard to believe someone who isn't showing any kind of proof. So it says the defamation suit filed by Depp that's captured the country's attention came to an end on June 2nd with the jury ruling in his favor. And really quickly, let me go to Twitter because I do not know if you all heard what happened to Camille. But definitely a big fucking W. This is the positivity of the night, guys. If you didn't hear, Brown Rudnick decided to announce that we are pleased to announce that Camille Vasquez has been elevated to a partner. She was a key member of the litigation team that won a jury verdict last week for actor Johnny Depp in his defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard. Full announcement here. So now she is officially a partner at this, or part of this legal team, which is absolutely amazing for her. This is the positive news for the night, guys. Congratulations to Camille. She has officially been elevated to partner, which is fucking amazing for her. I know there's a lot of people that, like, have the hots for her, right? She's an attractive woman, don't get me wrong, but she's a very smart woman, okay? If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her to be like a Kim Kardashian or an Amber Heard. I would want her to be like a Camille. I think that she has done some great stuff. She deserves this. Congratulations to Camille. And of course, a lot of other people are congratulating her as well. Fuck Amber Heard. What are we going to talk about with Amber Heard? It's being reported that she's being cut from Aquaman. Good, okay? She is the villain in this story, and she has been proven to be an awful, terrible person. Congratulations, Camille, who is the most famous lawyer in the world right now. Her kindness and legal aptitude will no doubt win over the judges and jurors for years to come. Motherfucker. Oh my god. Listen, people on the internet, they're too much, okay? People are too much. That is a pretty good meme, though, I'm gonna be honest. Queen Camille deserves this promotion. Congratulations to Camille for getting the promotion, for being elevated to partner status. This is the good news of the night, chat. This is it. This is it. GG. Well deserved. Lots of yays in chat for our girl, Camille. I'm gonna be honest, though. I don't see it. I know a lot of people are like, Camille should replace Amber. I'm sorry. Again, Camille is an attractive woman, right? We only respect women around here. But I don't see it. It's just not it. Camille should not lower herself like that. But congratulations to Camille! Well deserved. Well done to Camille, who is a true and amazing role model for women and girls out there. Congratulations to her. She has been promoted to partner. No fucking question about it, though. I mean, come on, you really think that... I mean, social media blew up and absolutely loved her before Depp even won his defamation trial. Never mind after. I bet that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people trying to book with her. I bet she has booked years out at this point, right? So congratulations to Camille. Good job. Good for you. You have definitely gotten yourself a raise, a big old bonus. So guys, that's all that we had to discuss with those topics. Next, we are going to move into Netflix live action. Yeah, next we're going to move into Netflix live action. Goodbye, monetization. It makes me sad, but it's probably true. It's probably true. My monetization is here and then gone almost instantly. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like you really make any money from live streams themselves. I mean, either way, you guys know I'd make any content that I want, monetized or not. It doesn't matter that much to me. Luckily, I have a community who... You motherfuckers. Who did that? Who did that? Who just did that? Which one of you just got the stream demonetized? I don't know which one of you it was, but you're canceled. You're fired. That's it. There goes the monetization. I told you, I'm not fucking joking. Anytime I say Amber's name, it's gone. It's there and back again. The case of the missing monetization. Boy, oh boy. Good for her. She deserves the success. I agree. I agree. Alright, guys. We're moving on to the next topic of the night. Quickly, though, if you're enjoying the live stream, make sure to give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Consider donating via Streamlabs. All donations pop up. $3 or more text-to-speech activates. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amber Heard stole my money. Let's start that as a hashtag. Alright, so I have talked a lot about anime being adapted into live actions here on the channel. One of the major topics that I have discussed in the past was Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop was a fucking abomination. I love original Cowboy Bebop. It is absolutely amazing, but holy guacamole. Live action Cowboy Bebop was terrible, and everyone absolutely hated it. And even though they only needed one more season to complete the original story, no, Netflix decided to cancel it. They canned it after, I believe it was only out 2.5 to 3 weeks, and then they decided to officially cancel it, which was hilarious. But the next project that Netflix has got their claws in is One Piece. Of course, One Piece is very beloved. A lot of people go nutso over One Piece. I understand why. But this is something that we haven't heard a lot of details on, right? We've heard some information, we've seen some images, not enough to fully judge this series yet and say I think it's going to be a disaster when it comes out. But now they have revealed more casting for 6 more East Blue characters, and they have race swapped a character as well. So it says Netflix has announced further casting details for its live-action One Piece series, unveiling the actors who will portray 6 more major East Blue Saga characters. And unfortunately, they've decided to go ahead and race swap characters. So, looking at this list of actors, right, I don't see, I'm going to be honest, really any of the characters in these actors. Now, once the show releases, we see them in costume, we see them with their hair and makeup done, maybe the vision will come together. I'm not sitting here saying that it's going to be an absolute nightmare, but I personally don't support race swaps, gender swaps. There are times where race swaps, gender swaps can work. But most of the time, race swaps do not work. I'd say it's like 90% of the time they don't work. And yeah, Juby did point this out. They decided that it was important that they point out their pronouns. I don't know why pronouns matter so much, but as it shows, they did decide to race swap Nojiko. So it says, according to the image, these new cast members will include Alexander Monatis. I do not know who any of these actors are, to be fair. And he is going to be playing the former pirate captain turned butler encountered by the Straw Hats who seek to kill his sickly charge in order to inherit her fortune. I don't know any of these actors. I started looking them up. None of them rang any bells to me. Maybe they'll be fantastic in their roles. Again, I'm not sitting here saying this is going to be a complete and utter disaster based on actors simply because I don't know them. I don't know them. But it continues. It shows the images of the original characters, and then it says, oh, it's right here. It says Netflix also shared a behind-the-scenes look at 3 of the series ships: the Straw Hats Going Merry, the Alvadas Pirates, Miss Love Duck, and guys, I keep tripping over my words. Chef Zeph's. Listen. I can't do tongue twisters anymore. Anything that sounds too similar, guys, I trip over it a million times. It says, as hosted by Luffy's actor, alongside the showrunners.
Hello, everyone!
I'm gonna mute this. I'm not trying to be negative here. The tongue twisters, but I am going to mute it. Oh, is it not gonna play? They did show off some of the sets. Unfortunately, these images right here, they're just concept arts, right? And they do show time-lapse, and they show kind of the product they have now. And they obviously take sets and enhance them with CGI to make them look better and decent and to add details. So, we'll see how it goes. Do I think that this set looks terrible? No, I don't think that it looks terrible. I mean, it's impressive to see large sets be built, right? I mean, look at Game of Thrones with, like, King's Landing. But it's also hard for me to look at it and go, wow, this looks good. I just don't look at this and go, oh my god, this looks amazing. I'm so glad that this exists. I am happy to see not everything is a CGI fest, but at the same time, I understand that to a certain extent things have to be CGI.
Donated $100.
Sheesh.
Hi, Vara.
First of all, why did text-to-speech say that in kind of a interesting way? Hi, text-to-speech lady. Sheesh! Thank you, Wade, for the $100 donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Sheesh. To be honest, I do think it looks terrible. I don't know. Again, it's like, it doesn't look good, right? It doesn't look like something that they spent millions of dollars on. But then again, most sets don't. Harder to judge. But it says further, this casting announcement also came with the massive updates to the series' IMDb page, wherein it was revealed that in addition to Oda himself, the live-action One Piece would be executive produced by Becky Clements and Marty Adelstein, both of whom served as producers. the former for the entire series and the latter for the episode's Cowboy Gospel for Netflix's previous Cowboy Bebop adaptation. This, to me, right now, is the most worrying piece of information that we have gotten. That the executive producers of Cowboy Bebop are part of this. Clearly, Cowboy Bebop was a massive live-action failure. They canceled it after 1 season. It didn't do good. Nobody liked Cowboy Bebop's live action. So why the fuck would you put the same people in lead roles on a very similar project? They clearly didn't do a good job the first time around. Why would they do it the second time around? This, to me, is the largest piece of information that we have gotten that screams to me that this show is going to be bad. So that's all that we know right now. But knowing that the executive producers of Cowboy Bebop are working on this do not get me excited. I mean, it gets me extremely worried about this show. So, yeah, that's all that I had to talk about with that. Text-to-speech being ara ara. Actually, though, text-to-speech is getting a little heated over there. Jeez, text-to-speech. Yeah, I mean, sets for series can be very bad looking. Unfortunately, sets aren't, like, made to perfection. Usually they have a general set and then they enhance it with CGI. So I get that. But why? Okay, my question would be, why are you showing us an unfinished set? What is that supposed to do? Why is that supposed to get me excited for this series? Because you decided to show us a half-completed set? That, to me, doesn't scream, wow, we're putting a lot of money and work and effort into this series. It screams, wow, we are trying to make something, but we don't have anything to show you, so we decided to show you this random set that's not done. It's just kind of weird to me. Doesn't come across very well. Seems kind of like trash. I don't know. We'll see. Yikes, though. It's Morbid time. Guys, they re-released Morbius and it made $350,000 over the weekend. That's it. It's like they expected, because of all the memes, for it to make like millions and millions more dollars. It made 350K. L plus ratio plus tarnished plus poor. Why did they think that memes were going to make tickets sell? I guess it's like, hey, you could try everything. Like, if you think it's gonna work, I guess go for it, but they probably lost money. I don't see how they would have earned money doing that. Seems like a waste to me, but hey, whatever floats your boat, guys. Alright, so let's talk about the next topic of the evening. This is going to be a relatively quick one. It's... Hi, Mesh. Mesh is sitting next to me. It's not going to be a very long topic, but I do think that it is important to bring awareness to, and I do think that it is important to note. So, of course, with Obi-Wan, there's been a lot of controversy because of Moses Ingram and Lucasfilm calling Star Wars fans racists and sexist and everything terrible under the sun. And now it's releasing that the Darth Vader suit actor in Obi-Wan claims Disney never paid me for my rehearsals or reshoots. It says stunt actor, I cannot pronounce his name, I'm so sorry, Demetrius Bistrovsky? I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm covering the topic, though. Who served as one of the actors behind the suit of the iconic Star Wars villain Darth Vader in Disney's Obi-Wan Kenobi series, has accused Disney of refusing to pay him for the time he spent doing rehearsals and reshoots in service of the show's production. So we're not even talking about a situation where he's saying that Disney is not contacting me It's just that Disney is refusing to pay me. Also, thank you, Mr. Fifth, for the 8 months of being a Bronze Titan. Good evening, Vera and chat. Good evening. Hope your evening's going well, and thank you for the 8 months. Oh, guys, that's almost a baby. Okay? We've almost got a chat baby. It says the Ukrainian-born leveled his accusations against the entertainment conglomerate on May 28th, unconventionally releasing a series of statements, each of which appear to have been either written in his mobile phone's note apps or sent in conversation to an unknown individual by minting them as NFTs and offering them up for auction on the popular NFT marketplace OpenSea. Now, this to me does seem so fucking bizarre. I guess why not, right? I guess why not? Do whatever you want. I mean, I guess it's original, right? That'd be like me contacting, you know, a company I work for and putting in my 2-week notice through an NFT, but okay. It says offering up his individual numbered series of statements under the set title of Truth, with 90% of proceeds going to relief efforts related to the current invasion of his home country. He explained in his first piece, yeah, they never paid me for my rehearsals, and though I didn't want to do the reshoots because I didn't want to go into the darkness again, they told me to think about the fans. I did, and then after they didn't pay me for the promo shoot, I walked. They said it was a mistake and offered to pay me double for the reshoots. I just took the bare minimum and told them I didn't want to work with them anymore. He then reflected on how this project was a monkey paw for me. I spent every moment and every penny trading for it, and then every penny I earned to recover spiritually and emotionally from the role. And in the end, I didn't even earn a penny. I just survived and endured the year. Shut up, article. He further asserted my contract was so bad that they didn't pay me overtime or meal penalties or forced calls, and they still turned around and took more. They never paid me for my rehearsals, which was in my contract, and because of it, I didn't qualify for insurance, so I had to pay out of pocket for all the PT and sports massage while training, and I get less residuals because of it. Tom never paid me for them. I told you he did so that you wouldn't feel bad. Now, obviously, Disney is a shit company. There's no way around it. I've talked about Disney so many times on the channel, and it's never because of positive reasons. They are always doing something bad. They're always getting themselves into controversy. It's always, always terrible and negative. And unfortunately, this is yet another negative situation. Now, obviously, we have not heard a statement from Disney, and we most likely never will hear a statement from Disney, but as we know right now, going off of this actor's statements, Disney never paid him for his rehearsals or his reshoots, even though they were in the contract. They guilt-tripped him, it sounds like, into doing these reshoots, and now he is the one who is getting screwed over. This is unfortunately a negative situation. This fucking sucks, and this is really, really shitty, and obviously I hope that after the publicity that this has gotten now, they contact him and they actually pay him, and all actors should get paid for rehearsals, for reshoots, for any sort of work that they do. But as of right now, that is all of the information that we have. Yes, Disney sucks as an employer. Disney sucks just in general, okay? Disney sucks because they attack consumers. They call us ists and phobes and this and that and blah, 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 bad, bad, bad. They don't defend their actors. They don't pay their actors. They don't do anything that a good company would do. So that's all that I had to discuss with this situation. But unfortunately, there is another actor coming out and saying, I got screwed over by Disney. Disney fucking sucks, guys. Disney sucks. Disney is starting to look as bad as Blizzard. I didn't think that was possible. Actually, true, though. Blizzard is terrible. Disney is terrible. They are all terrible, and they are equally terrible. It is awful. Am I surprised? No. When you make a shit ton of money, billions and billions and billions of dollars, you get cocky, you think you're invincible, you think you can say whatever the hell you want, and it just doesn't work that way. So yeah, next, guys, we're going to be talking about Diablo Immortal. The final topic of the evening is going to be Diablo Immortal. Did Alan Dean Foster ever get paid? Honestly, I am not sure. I feel like with a lot of the topics like this, where we're talking about people reportedly not getting paid, usually they don't say anything else about the situations. Maybe because companies end up paying people, but I have not heard anything about Alan Dean Foster since, like, what, the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021? Let me Google his name and see. Alan Dean Foster, Disney. I think it was like 2020 or 2021. So they did settle, Disney and Alan Dean Foster did settle the royalty dispute a year ago. Besides that, there's been no other statements from what I see. But they did actually settle that dispute, which is great. Good for them. Glad he got his money. Vera, how much did the game want you to spend? I have not spent any money on Immortal. I have not spent any money on Immortal. And I don't plan to. I have plenty of other games I could spend money on. Like Final Fantasy XIV. Star Wars The Old Republic. If I try Lost Ark, I really hope Lost Ark isn't super pay to win, though. I've heard that it isn't, but it was a worry initially. Alright, so let's move into the final topic of the evening. So, guys, we are not going to talk about the initial 110k situation. I did a video a couple of days ago, actually yesterday, almost 2 days ago. I did a video yesterday talking about how Blizzard expects people to spend $110,000 to fully upgrade gear in Diablo Immortal. And that's, on average, that's if you get good luck. If you don't get good luck, it can be upwards of $110,000. And I did put up a video on that yesterday, so please make sure to go and check it out if you have not seen it already. But I wanted to primarily read the Metacritic reviews for the game because, of course, right now it is getting absolutely review bombed, and it deserves to get review bombed. The gameplay itself is not terrible, but the fact that they expect you to spend $110,000 on a fucking free-to-play game is absolutely disgusting bullshit, and I will never accept that, and I will never say that that is okay. But I wanted to read some of the user scores. As it says, 84 positive, 15 mixed, and 2,151 negative reviews. This has got to be one of the worst user scores on Metacritic for a video game. I think that the last one... Guys, the last user score that I remember talking about that was this bad was Warcraft 3 Reforged. I think that was the last one. Oh, Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard. Oh, Blizzard. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, brother. Immortal's even worse. Not by fucking much. But this is only out of 2,000 reviews. And Warcraft 3 Reforged is 30,000. So I bet that it's gonna stay as low. Oh boy. 30,000. Yikes. What else do we got from Blizzard here? Hold. What are the lowest Metacritic it says is Warcraft 3 Reforged. Well, it clearly hasn't met Diablo Immortal yet. So Again, if you want to hear my thoughts on the game expecting you to pay $110,000 to fully upgrade gear, go and watch that video. It is from yesterday, but I wanted to read some of the negative reviews here. It is getting review bombed. I think that it's hilarious. This game does deserve to get review bombed. I cannot believe that they had the fucking audacity to put this much pay to win in the game. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Truly, genuinely, I cannot believe that they thought that this was going to go over well with people. A 0. Nothing beats the feeling of getting powerful as your credit card goes ka-ching. 0. Blizzard invested a very long time, plenty of research, surely in-depth consulting with psychological experts and so on to bring us a scheme purely designed to get your money. The game surrounding this intent is good looking but has to serve the purpose of making you pay. Literally, I am absolutely disgusted by this. A 0. Shame on Blizzard. I hope legislators start to crack down on this kind of shit soon. 0. This is a pay-to-win model of Diablo 3. Absolute trash. Who is going to spend 6 hours a day playing a casino MMORPG app? Another out-of-season April Fool's joke. Another 0. Guys, I think that this is a great time to chill. If you have been tempted to play Diablo Immortal, take a minute and go to the description of this stream because there are multiple links. Okay, first of all, you can donate via Streamlabs. Go to that Streamlabs link or go to the super chat icon, right? And type in your credit card information and donate me $20 right now, okay? $20 flat, because you know what that $20 will get you? More fucking content than Diablo Immortal will. $20 in Diablo Immortal is literally one goddamn skin and a couple of fucking little gems, okay? $20 here gets you way more than Diablo Immortal. Don't spend your money on Diablo Immortal. Honestly, there are a bajillion better things to spend your money on than Diablo Immortal. Go out, get yourself a pizza. Okay? Go out, get yourself a salad and a soda. Okay? Go out and buy your cat some new toys. Go out and buy your dog some new toys. If you don't have a cat or a dog, why the fuck don't you have a cat or a dog? You are a degenerate human being. That could get you a video game. A better video game. That could get you... I don't know. Honestly, something. Anything. Do not... A book. It's sad to say, a literal single fucking book. Okay? It'll literally get you one copy of Game of Thrones. But regardless, go out and buy yourself something for $20 that is not Diablo Immortal. Do not waste your money on Diablo Immortal. Okay? 0. Horrible. I will never touch this game again. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really trust reviews from someone with a username. I'm just a sexy boy, but we'll go with it. I will never touch this game again. And anyone that cares about any other Blizzard games shouldn't either. They are testing the waters on how far they can take these scamming practices. Actually true. 0. Extremely pay to win. Purchase bait everywhere. Here comes the downfall of the once glorious Blizzard. Listen, Winove. Clearly you haven't been paying attention to Blizzard for the past 10 years.
$20
but
for this awesome content.
But the downfall of the once glorious Blizzard happened like 10 years ago. Here we go! Here come the... Bring them in! See, I'm saving you guys from the Diablo Immortal hell.
She's the true queen of pay to win.
Actually true. Thank you, McCutter40, for the $20 donation. You have now paid your entry fee to watch this stream. Thank you for the donation. Steven, you also, you had donated earlier as well. You have already paid your entry. Guys, for $5 in this stream, you pay your entry to watch this content. Thank you, Steven, for the $5. Thank you, 40, for the 20. Much appreciated. Guys, check out the links in the description. Donate via Streamlabs. You get access to the stream. This is now a pay-to-win stream, okay? It's better value. Oh my god, Chris. I just got PTSD. I looked over at chat and I saw the word Outriders. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't mention that stupid son of a fucking bitch game. That was dog shit. That was one of the worst games I've ever played. Aren't they releasing new content? published. I was gonna say, I saw this like a couple days ago. They're releasing DLC! I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. No. No. I'm not playing it. I saw this like 2 days ago that they announced that they're doing DLC. I'm not playing Outriders DLC. Its expansion is less than a month away, motherfucker. This game's been out for a year and a goddamn half now. Why waste your time with it? How many people are playing it? 3? Why would you waste your money on an expansion for this bitch ass? Stream it. Give me $500, Chris. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I am getting my money's worth. Guys, I haven't even finished base Outriders. Never mind doing DLC. That means I also had to get through the base game. The base game was so bad. I got like 3/4 of the way through. That shit was traumatizing. Outriders is one of the worst games that I have ever played, and unless I'm getting a fat payday, there's no way in hell I am streaming Outriders DLC. Listen. Usually I think about it. I'm not even thinking about it. Until I see the money, I do not think about Outriders. This shit was trash, dude. Holy. There is no. I'd rather play Last of Us 2. And I'd rather play Mario Golf 10 times. There's no way I'm playing Outriders World Slayer. This shit is trash. Oh my god. Outriders was so bad. We were talking about Diablo Immortal. I'm sorry. It's just as soon as I saw that comment, it's PTSD. Holy. Back to Diablo Immortal. Let's read a couple more reviews. Story seems intriguing. Gameplay is great, but that paywall shit with rifts and even just gemming your weapons killed the game right off the bat. Nobody should support a game that asks you to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to play. Shame on you, Blizzard. Maybe this is a great game. I don't know, and I never will. Blizzard decided to not release or adapt the game so it could be released in the Netherlands and Belgium. Yeah, because the whole game is literally based on the monetization, and that sucks. But it's true. Oh, no. No. Don't start!
$20. Where are my Dark Enterprises skins and gems?
In Diablo Immortal, unfortunately, you will never get them. Unfortunately. Maybe one day in a new video game, I can convince a developer to release some kind of Dark Titan themed skin. But otherwise, you don't get anything right now, unfortunately. Thank you for the $20, though. I do really appreciate it. 0. 3 words. Pay to win, and that's a pity because early gameplay isn't so bad. 1 for playing like a streamlined Diablo 3. Good job on that. Besides it's a blatant cash grab, and this is unacceptable. 2. The grinding is absolutely insane, but expected from a company run by parasites like Bobby Kotick. Seriously, just charge me $20 and spare me the endless barrage of predatory aspects of the game. Unfortunately, this feels like just another piece of software designed to make children steal their parents' money. Blizzard can't die quick enough. As you guys can see, Diablo Immortal is getting absolutely raked across the coals right now. Diablo Immortal deserves all of the bad reviews and the review bomb that it's getting. It is an absolutely disgusting monetization system. Again, the core gameplay seemed okay, but it was ruined by the constant pop-ups, the bad UI, the awful, greedy as hell monetization system, and there's nothing positive that I can really say about Diablo Immortal at this point in time. So guys, with that being said, those are the topics I had to discuss tonight. We talked about Diablo Immortal, we talked about Darth Vader actor, we talked about Cowboy Bebop, kind of, and One Piece live action, We talked about Amber, and we also talked about Lenny Henry and Lord of the Rings of Power. I'm not ending stream yet. I will be hanging out for another 10 or 15 minutes, so if you guys have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, feel free to leave them in the chat. But thank you guys for being here. I do really appreciate it. How much for you to play Outriders? $500. That, I feel, is an unrealistic number that you guys aren't gonna reach. So, 500. Oh my god, Outriders. Do they have a trailer? Guys, my problem, right, is that I didn't even finish base Outriders because it was so bad. Never mind having to finish the main game so that I can play DLC. Oh, Hoyoverse. Go away, Genshin Impact. Nobody likes you. Okay? Nobody likes you.
So you want to know what awaits you in
No, I really don't.
every expedition to
I want to see
become
gameplay.
supercharged demigods.
No, I
Roaming
want
the
to see
battlefields of
gameplay.
Enoch. But that does World Slayer campaign. You'll already have your hands full of dealing with Ereshkigal and her minions. However, if you do manage to get past her, well, the true endgame still awaits. The trial of Taria Kratar. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. That, my friends, is the tale for another spotlight.
Hey guys, I want you to check out this game.
Shut up! I'm busy here. Respectfully, shut up. Thank you.
Two paths diverge before you.
Mommy?
Outrider. One leads to a new beginning. And the other
I didn't even want to finish the first beginning. Never mind a new beginning.
to pay. And the
Whoa,
other
whoa, whoa! Okay. Hi.
pay.
If we don't find a way to stop.
My thing, right, is that the base game was so bad, why not just play Destiny? Because Destiny is good. And this is like Anthem and Destiny, but worse than both.
What's coming? There will be nowhere for us to hide.
I mean, they're like vampire bats. Who cares?
You've been fighting for so long that you've lost sight of what is true.
That's the problem, is that I haven't been fighting for so long because I literally haven't booted up the game since last year when I streamed it. This game was so
There is
bad.
no saving humanity. Humanity is already dead.
I'm just not seeing it. You know? What's with this music? I mean, the literal only positive thing I could see about this game. The literal only positive thing. And she's not even attractive. Humanity isn't dead, just your servers. Actually true, though. Should you buy Outriders? No, you shouldn't. I didn't even buy Outriders, right? Didn't I just play it on Xbox Game Pass? I think that's where I played it. I hope I didn't waste my money on this. I hope I didn't. I don't remember. I haven't touched it. Boy, oh boy. Ugh. Oh, just seeing the HUD. It's given me It's giving me flashbacks.
If you enjoyed tossing fireballs and teleporting around like a ninja in Outriders last year...
I didn't. I didn't. Stop. 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 I didn't.
Do I have some great... Worldslayer seems laser-focused on making everything about Outriders bigger. New areas of Enoch...
Guys, there was a worldwide reveal broadcast? Why didn't I stream it?
In Outriders Worldslayer, we see the anomaly has continued to evolve, rising to the challenge that you, the Outriders, have presented. Frost storms and blizzards now ravage the land at a speed that even Enoch's hyper-evolved monstrosities struggle to adapt to. And as if this wasn't bad enough, Ereshkigal, the commander of the human insurgent faction, has her own designs in mind for the future of humanity on Enoch.
Just not a good game.
Again,
Well, guys, I don't think I'm going to be playing Outriders ever again in my entire life. Just being honest. So yeah, that's the way that it goes. I remember those streams games seemed sluggish and boring beyond belief. It was very, very bad. It was triggering, yes. It was really triggering. Just play 7 Pirates Age. I am going to be streaming 7 Pirates Age soon. That's one thing that we can talk about really quickly before I end stream. So guys... Usually my stream schedule is Thursday evenings, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, but this week is going to be a little bit different because Summer Games Fest starts, and there's a couple of events I wanted to stream. I did post this in Discord, and I also posted this on the community tab here on YouTube, but this week's streaming schedule is going to be different because of Summer Games Fest starting on Thursday. So on Thursday, the event starts at 2 p.m., so I'm going to be going live at about 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and we don't know what's going to be part of Summer Games Fest Day 1. It's going to be roughly 2 to 2.5 hours long from what I've seen online and judging by previous events. There is no E3 this year, so there should be some major announcements, maybe a lot of gameplay, maybe we'll see like the God of War Ragnaroks, Final Fantasy 16 potentially. We'll see some more of that. Who knows what we'll see. But it's is going to be starting on Thursday. So Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be starting the live stream. And it starts at 2. And then I'll be doing a normal stream on Saturday evening. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing. Maybe Diablo Immortal one more time. Maybe Apex. Maybe we can do some kind of single standalone game. I'm not 100% sure. But then on Sunday, the streaming schedule is also going to be different because on Sunday is the Xbox and Bethesda event. That should be an hour and a half to 2 hours long, and it starts at 1 o'clock. So I will be going live at 12:30 in the afternoon. So that stream will probably be like 2.5 hours long. So yeah, that's the plan for this week. It is up on the community tab. It is in Discord. So yeah, I wanted to update you all. So Thursday 1 p.m., Saturday 8 p.m. like usual, and then Sunday at 12:30. So that is the plan for this week. But yeah, I will be wrapping up stream in a few, so if you guys have any last minute questions or topics, feel free to put them in chat. I'd be happy to answer. Yeah, no, they decided not to do E3 this year, but they did announce that they are doing E3 again next year. Predictions for Summer Games Fest? Honestly, I don't know what we're gonna see at Summer Games Fest. Let me see if anyone else has lists. Summer Games Fest predictions. I think we'll see Resident Evil 4, the remake. I think that we'll see something about that. I think we'll see God of War Ragnarok. I think that we'll see the Callisto Protocol. That was the more sci-fi horror game. We are going to see that. I think that they confirmed that. We are going to see Modern Warfare 2. We don't know if it's going to be campaign or multiplayer. Probably campaign. But let me find a list of predictions here. Let me put this on. Oh yeah, Gotham Knights seems legit that we'll probably hear about that since that comes out in October. December? So we'll probably see Gotham Knights. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok, most likely. Modern Warfare 2, probably campaign. I think that we might see some information with Final Fantasy 16. We did get that at the State of Play a couple of days ago, but I think we'll see that. I think that we'll see Starfield, even though they did delay Starfield because that was supposed to come out in November. Now it's releasing in spring or Q1. I think that we'll definitely see Final Fantasy 16. Maybe Overwatch 2. It says potentially Overwatch 2. Maybe we'll see some information about that. I don't really know, though. I think we'll probably see Resident Evil 4, something regarding it. And yeah, Forspoken. We'll probably see Forspoken as well. So those are kind of the base predictions right now. Nothing too exciting, nothing too thrilling. But yeah, either way, I will be streaming all of those events. I'm excited to a certain degree. I hope that it turns out well. I hope that we see some information on really good games. Only time will tell. I just heard that Atlas will show more from Soul Hackers too. That'd be interesting. Will Bilbo be there on Thursday? Potentially. He is in the other room right now. Mesh is sitting next to me right now. She's just kind of chilling. Yeah, Callisto Protocol looks like a really, really good game. It's a game that I'm personally super excited for. Dragon's Dogma 2 would be hype. That would be pretty hype. Outrider Golf? No, no, no. Outriders is terrible. And never mind golf. Outrider Golf, I would fall asleep in 5 minutes. More Outrider Golf, please. No. Maybe not Diablo. Can we recommend a game in your Discord? Oh yeah, absolutely. I have a content suggestion tab in Discord. You guys can recommend anything there that you want. But alright guys, with that being said, I am going to wrap up stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do really appreciate it. Again, no stream tomorrow like usual, but I will be streaming on Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, Summer Games Fest Day 1. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to be announced, what we're going to get information on. Check out yesterday's videos. If you didn't see them, I talked about, as this says, I talked about the Rings of Power showrunner admitting they didn't want to compete with Jackson's beloved Lord of the Rings films, and Diablo Immortal's pay-to-win being completely out of control and costing $110,000 to fully upgrade gear. But next stream on Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday. Check out links in the description. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, Odyssey, Getter. Join us over on Discord. We're very active there. I tag you all when I go live in case YouTube doesn't notify you of the live stream. Thank you guys for the donations tonight and the support tonight. I really do appreciate it. I know that the Diablo Immortal jokes are funny and haha the pay-to-win jokes, but I do really appreciate your support. Nonetheless, give the stream a like before you leave. We needed 10 more likes to hit 100, so give a like before you leave. And yeah, I'm going to wrap up stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic evening, everyone.